Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to continue our chapter number 1 of class 10, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Students, you all know till now we have studied in the chapter that firstly come up to the title of the chapter, that is Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Students, you all know that the rise of nationalism in Europe started from the French Revolution because it had given to the world the new ideas, the modern ideas of the equality, liberty, and fraternity. And after that, after the French Revolution, this idea of the nationalism or the modernity carried forward by the Napoleon when Napoleon in 1804 came to power. Uh, you all have studied about the Napoleonic Code or the Civil Code of 1804. And you know that those civil Napoleonic Code introduced the modern reform in Europe. So firstly, the idea, this rise of the nationalism in Europe started from the French Revolution. Later on, it was carried forward by the Napoleon. Further, after that, in 1815, new conservatism came to the power after the defeat of Napoleon in Battle of Waterloo. And you all know that the Congress of Vienna took place and in which the new conservatism came to the power. Again, the monarchy was restored in Europe. But this new conservatism and what this new conservatism did, they started, when they came to the power, they started suppressing the liberals or the nationalists of the time. Okay, the people who were against the traditional society, who were against the conservatives. You studied about these two groups. One was the liberals and the conservatives. Okay, when this conservative in 1815, you all know they came to be known as the new conservatives. Okay, and when this new conservative came to the power, they started suppressing these liberals group. And what these liberals did, in these liberals, you know that liberals consist of the middle class people, the educated people of the middle class who earn the money through the trade and get educated also. And these liberals group were so much against the traditional way of the society, that is the monarchy or the social hierarchy based on the birth privilege, all these things. These liberals were against all these. But in 1815, when they came, the conservative group, new conservative came to the power, and they started suppressing these liberals group. These conservatives do not like anybody to criticize them. As the result, the liberals group started forming their underground societies, secret society. Regarding those, you have studied also in topic number 2 regarding the Gossipy Mazzini, who belonged to Italy. And you are aware that Gossipy Mazzini joined one of the secret society known as the Carbonari Society, and later on he established his own secret societies, two society. One was the Young Italy and another one was the Young Europe. Okay, so students, today we are going to start the third topic of chapter number 1, and this third topic is the revolution of Age of Revolution. Age of Revolution. 1830s to 1848. Okay. So students, firstly in this we are going to study mainly about the revolution of 1830s. As you know, after 1815, when new conservatives came to the power, they tried to suppress the liberal group. But these liberals can't remain suppressed for a can't remain quiet for a long period of time. And as the result, the revolution started again after 15 years, that is during the 1830s. And again, the revolution started from France. Remember that lines spoken by the Metternich? What were those? When the France sneezes, rest of the Europe catches the cold. So again, the revolution of 1830s again started from France. And it started in the month of July, year 1830. So it was also known as the July Revolution. Okay? July Revolution. Understood? What I told you, in 1830s, in the month of July, revolution started in France. And what happened in this revolution? These liberals, they drafted a constitution for the country, and they overthrown the monarchy, the Bourbon monarchy, which was restored in France in 1815, and they forced the Louis Philippe, who was the monarch, to sign the constitution and to convert the France into from monarchy to a constitutional monarchy. Okay, what I told you, the revolution of 1830s started from France in the month of July. That's why it was also known as the July Revolution. And what happened in this? They forced the liberal group, the liberals of the France, they forced the monarch Louis Philippe to sign a constitution and to convert the France into a constitutional monarchy. So what happened in 1830s? In 1830s, France get converted, the government of France get converted from the monarchy to the constitutional monarchy. Okay, and the result of this July upheaval in France, you all know the spark start from the France. Okay, and its impact started seen on one of the nearby country of the France. The name is the Belgium. Now remember the name of the capital of Belgium? Yes, you are correct. The capital of Belgium is the Brussels. Okay, you have filled the Europe map. In that you have seen that here is the France and above is the Netherlands. Here is Netherlands, Kingdom of Netherlands, here is Belgium. Okay, so this revolution, the revolution started in the capital of Belgium named Brussels. People started revolution in Brussels. And what were their demand? They started demanding the separation from the Kingdom of Netherlands. And as the result, the Belgium gets separated from Netherlands. Okay. What I told you, after the France July Revolution, the revolution started in Brussels. Brussels was the capital of Belgium, and why the revolution started? For the separation from the Kingdom of Netherlands. And as the result, it gets separated. The Belgium gets separated from Netherlands. It became the independent nation in the year 1839. Yes, in the year 1839, Belgium gets separated from Netherlands. Now, another upheaval took place again in the same in 1830s only. That was the Greek War of Independence. Greek War of Independence. Students, firstly, it is important to know about the Greece. Greece was the part of the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire was the great empire of the 15th century, and many territories were under it. But during this 19th century, this Ottoman Empire started to be weakening. And as the result, the movement started, the revolutionary movement started many places like that of the Greece. Greece started, in Greek, the revolution started for their independence from the from the Ottoman Empire. And this revolution got the support of the educated class of the Greece, the educated people, the liberal group. And they also got the support of the Greek people living in other part of the Europe. Why they and other European people also who were of the liberal ideology, they also supported the Greece war of independence. Why they supported? Because they consider Greece to be the cradle of the European civilization. Cradle means the base of the European civilization. The European civilization they consider started from there. That's why they supported the Greece war of independence. And from whom the Greece won their independence? From the Ottoman Empire. There was one famous poet of the time. The name of the poet was the Lord Byron. Yeah, Lord Byron. He was the poet of the time. He also supported a lot in this Greece war of independence. He died in this only. Okay, and finally the Greece got the independence from the Ottoman Empire after signing a treaty. And the name of the treaty was the Treaty of Constantinople. Remember, students, Treaty of Constantinople. Okay. So, in the Greece War of Independence, in Greece, the War of Independence started in the year 1921. And the Greece got the independence in the year 1832. 1832, the Treaty of Constantinople was signed and it got the independence. Okay. So, in this video, we have studied the revolution of 1830s. In this we studied revolution took place in at three places. One was the France in the month of July, which was also known as the July upheaval, in which the France get converted to the constitutional monarchy under Louis Philippe. And the impact of it was seen in Brussels, the capital of Belgium, and finally Belgium gets separated from the Kingdom of Netherlands. Okay, it also got independent in the year 1839. And the third, in 1830s, the third revolution took place in Greece. They started the war of the independence from the Ottoman Empire, and finally Greek also got the independence from the Ottoman Empire through the Treaty of Constantinople in the year 1832. Okay, this is all in this video. Thank you all.